Good afternoon, guys. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Oop. Oop. It's been overcast, and I think wants to let that water out the sky. Yeah, I'm doing good. I've got a little secret I want to talk to you about, but I want to show you a few other things first, okay? And I'll come back to that topic. I want to show you what's been happening with the birds. I had a little problem with the birds. I had the biggest rat I ever seen got in the birds. And it must have was going in and out for a couple of days. I'm like, well, how is he getting in and out? Well, first of all, unfortunately, he got a couple of birds and messed them up bad. But I come out at night just to see what was going on, and there was another two that were hurt, actually passed on the floor, and I'm like, dude. So I thought maybe somebody's fighting. So I thought, if I see blood on somebody's face, there's going to be 3 gone. But nobody had blood on her face. I'm like, what is going on? So I went inside the aviary with a torch, flashlight, and looking, and on the pipe that runs through the fence to drain their water every day, there was a hole about this much. And there was a rat halfway through it trying to get out, just laying there quietly, so I didn't see him. So what happened? I knew what the problem was and where he was getting in. So I fixed it. Look, so what I did is I put that, I got some thicker metal and made some epoxy resin, wove that bigger metal through the fence, and then put epoxy resin on it, and no more, the rat didn't get in again. But I also put a trap here to catch him if he comes back. And it's been on there about, I want to say, almost a week now, and he hasn't come back. But I hope they're okay. They're definitely healthy. Have a look. Yeah, healthy and happy. Sometimes I'd sit out here and watch them, sit on the table, beside the table, and watch them. And they're very happy, just flying all over the place, chasing each other. Talking about birds, the other day, I was in the workshop cleaning, still cleaning. I got a lot more done. I'll show you in a minute. And I found a hat that was laying up on top of the workbench. It was filthy, so I thought, I'll just wash it, no problem. Washed it by hand and hung it on the clothesline. Somebody moved in. They're a little bit closer now. I think I'm going to put a cable tie across the top because it's hanging on by a thread. So I'll put a cable tie and cable tie it to the wash line. So this is what I got done. The other day I showed you half of this. So I found more things, put them away where they belong. The big job was to sort all my screws out. So in these boxes here, I got screws, bigger screws, all kinds of weird connections and stuff. Sorted my tools out. There's some more of the lacquer, clear lacquer. So I cleaned all this down here, sanded it and lacquered it. Those 4 boxes you've seen, they're all full now. I got all the hardware. I had hardware in loads of different boxes and stuff, bags and whatnot, things I've used for when I did the house and so on. And so the bottom right one is all the electrical things. The video together. Sit down, Em. Sit. 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 I want to give a big shout out to my friend Dave, old green clothes partner. I was talking to him the other day, and I said to him that I was waiting for some tea. My mom sent me some tea, so thanks for that tea. And I said to Dave that tea is expensive here and hard to get. And tea here costs 5 pounds for 40 tea bags. And he goes, oh, that's very, very, very expensive. And I said, agree. So he says, I'll send you some tea. So he got me a bag of Thai food tea, 440 tea bags. And he told me the price, and he wouldn't let me pay. So I want to give a shout out to Dave for my 440 tea bags. I'm like, why 440? What is significant about that? Well, it's actually 1 kilo. It's like, okay. So now I've got a few PG tips left, the tea my mom sent me, and then 440 tea bags that my friend Dave sent me. So I want to thank everybody for my tea. What do you think? Are you happy that I have tea? Or don't you care? She always looks like this when the camera's here. She don't like looking at the camera looking at her. Is that right? Don't like the camera. So what's my little secret? Well, here it is. Some of you might have heard me talk about this before. For reasons that I don't care to repeat, we can call them sour relationships, that really mess me up, you know, because if I love somebody, I'm going to really love them, right? Like, give everything I've got. And I did that with 2 marriages and got duped twice. And it really messed me up. And, you know, it's a psychological thing, right? So how do you get over that? I remember hearing like videos running in my head all the time about this, that, and the other. And I'm like, dude, you got to learn to stop this. Which taught me, or encouraged me to look into meditation. And I started meditating. And I used to meditate, you know, it was hard. When you first start, it's like you can't meditate for 1 minute because your mind, you know, Buddhism says monkey mind. It goes everywhere. So I kept at it and kept at it and kept at it. And eventually you can quieten the mind and you can meditate. You know, first it's a minute, and then 5 minutes, and 10 minutes, and then I got to like 20 minutes, and it was hard to sit still. In the end, I said, okay, I'm not sitting cross-legged anymore. I started just sitting, and then it went up to 30 minutes and 40 minutes, and afterwards you feel so much calmer. So what is my point? Here's my point. This morning I woke up and I could feel my mind trying to go somewhere. I'm trying to have anxiety for some reason. I have no idea. But I said, nope, come back here, sit here and be quiet. So I laid in bed and I was just trying to, you know, tame the wild horse to sit still. And I got it. And just laying there calm. And when the calm comes, your body feels good, your mind feels good, you feel relaxed. Anxieties all go away, stress goes away. And, you know, a lot of anxieties can cause sickness. So you got to learn to control that. So then I thought, okay, now I have to go out into the world. I have these jobs that I need to do. And I went to post something, registered post to England. And the guy says, I don't know how to do that because of COVID. Here, COVID is still a problem with mail. So first of all, he said, I can't do it. And then the lady I know who's in there, she come from out the back, and she did it straight away. It cost me 139 baht or something, 137 baht, something like that. So it's gone. Then I go to try to do two or three more things. Can't do this, you don't have that, you need this. Went to I know a guy who has this posh house that's on the river. And his son apparently turned it into a coffee shop because Dad moved out. So, great. So I thought, okay, so I know it's open. I go over there. No signs on there saying it's open or closed. Walk in. Oh, it's closed. So then I drove back into town, go somewhere else, go to another coffee shop. They don't have cold tea, only have coffee. So on and on this went. I'm like, you could feel yourself, the anxiety starting to come. Dude, what's going on? Traffic. So, but luckily this morning I learned how to be calm. So when all this is starting to try to get on you, what do? You just go back to that calm place that you visited in the morning and you can hold it together. So the secret is when you can visit it in the morning and you get used to it, you can switch your brain and go there real fast. So I was able to go there real fast and come home calm, and now calm again. So the point is, the world has gone crazy. Mask, no mask. And so on, and so on, and so on. And you know, you don't have to be a rocket scientist just to realize, you know, the world is a much different place than when I was a young guy. You know, I remember everybody, when I was a young guy, people just said hi to each other. Everybody was friendly. Not anymore. And everybody wants to put roadblocks in what you're trying to do all the time. So I got to be careful what I say here, but find a way to learn to meditate, find peace in your heart so that you can deal with what's going on around, because it's gone crazy. So on that note, guys, I hope you have a wonderful evening. Look after yourselves. Buckets of blessings, rivers of peace, joy, and kindness.